Right, so you want to learn how to design a flyer inside CorelDRAW for printing purposes. So we're going to open up CorelDRAW, shift it full screen so we can see it. Then you're going to press the new file button, so you can go file new, or you can just press the new file right there. Or you can just press Control N. It brings up a page like this, and we're going to design an A5 size because that's generally the size of a flyer, but you can make it A6 or A7 or A4, doesn't really matter. And then we're going to change it right there to A5 like that, or you can change the size here, or you can change it there from inches and millimeters, points, exactly like that. And then what we need is we need some guidelines to work with. So we're going to go to Tools, Options, Guideline, we're going to Document, Guideline, Presets, 1 centimeter margin, page border, Apply. Okay, then it'll give you this, which is page border, 10 millimeters in. And then we need to have bleed around it. So this is your flyer size. That's the exact size. So when you trim, it will be trimmed to that. So you need 3 millimeters of bleed outside this for when they trim, so it doesn't leave a white edge. So you need to put bleed outside the page. So to do that, we're going to go to View, Snap to, Guidelines. And then we're going to drag this little button down to the top left, which will mean that that is now your point right there for your ruler, 0 and 0. Then we're going to grab the ruler there and drag it out. Put it there, and then you can change it here. So you're going to change it to 3 millimeters, -3 because it's to the left of it. Then we're going to drag another one right out there, and this one is going to be 148 because the edge of the page is 148. So you make it 151. That gives you 3 mil there, 3 mil there. Yeah, so you get 148 right there, 151, and then the top one down. We're going to drag that down, make that 3 mil, and then right at the bottom because it's 210. I know that it's 210, so it's 213. So the page size is 210, so the bleed at the bottom will be 213, which is from the top of this right there all the way down. That's 210 to there, so 213 to there, which gives me 3 millimeters of bleed all the way around. So now we've got our page set up to the edge of the page, and then we've got a bleed set up around it. So then we're going to decide what we want to do. So this is the flyer we're going to do. So I've just grabbed this offline, and we're going to make a flyer like that. So you can find any flyer you like and then remake it, or you can just do this one that I'm doing. So all I did there was go right click, import, or you can press Control I, or you can go File, Import, and then we're going to make this. So to make this, we need like a logo. You've probably got your logo already, and then you need a picture, some more pictures, and then we're going to create this little swoosh and that. So I'm going to bring in some pictures, press import. I'm just on my desktop, so I've got 1 picture, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to import those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just pinched those offline from a site called FreePick. So I'm going to make them smaller. So all I've done there is I've clicked 1, and then I've held Control. I've held Shift, click 1, Shift, 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 Shift. So I've clicked all of them while holding Shift, and it holds all of them. So then I can shrink them all, put them over there, move them all around. So we've got lots of different ones. There we go. So now we're going to make this. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a square box like that. So it's about that size. We're going to zoom in. So the square box was over here, right there. Draws a square box. So I've just drawn it from the top down to about where I want it. And we're just going to use a breezer tool. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So you click on it, breezer tool, click the little triangle, you get freehand 2-point breezer pen. We're going to use a breezer tool because I'm going to click on that corner. Then I'm going to click around about there. And then we're going to do this outside. So we create a box like that. You always have to go all the way around. So I've clicked all the points, and then I've got back to the point there. So if I don't go back to the point, it won't be a box. I can't put a color in it. So we're going to finish it by clicking on that point and then on that point, and now it gets a color in it. So then we're going to click the second one down, which is your node tool. Click that, and then we're going to highlight all the nodes. A node is this thing right here. You can see that node right there. That's what you get in a vector. So we're going to highlight all the nodes of that. So you can see they've all highlighted now. If I click off again, then none are highlighted. Click all of them. All of these are highlighted, but not that one. So I'm going to hold Shift, draw over that one. Highlights all of them. We're going to go up here, and we're going to go select all nodes, which we've already done. So you can click it there, and then we're going to go like that. So we click the rounded corners. And now we are going to draw that line. So we're going to pick it around about there, and we're just going to, I've just added a node. The way I added a node is double click there, and then we're going to drag this one down. So now we've got an arch and then another arch, and you can see it bows back up there slightly. So we're going to click that node and it'll bring these little things up. So if you grab this and then I pull it up, so now that's gone. So it's got a nice swoosh again, and we're going to drag this one up because it goes below the box behind that I'm using. Yeah, so we can get rid of that one, and now it's got a perfect swoosh on it. That's why I call it a swoosh. So now we've got 1 and 2 boxes. So we're going to grab that one and then hold shift and grab the back one. So you can see it's the back one because I can't see that line on top of this. So if I click that and press shift page up, it's now in front of it. That's called layers. So you have layers, things layer on top of each other. Yeah, that's on top. My hover-round's on the bottom. Now it's switched. Yeah. So this one's on top, and then we click that one. So we're going to use these little buttons here. We're going to go front minus back. So I want the box on top to take away the purple or the pink behind it. And there we go. Now we have our swoosh. So now I need another one. So I need this one here and this one here, which is this bit and this bit. Now to do that, I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but this time I'm going to use a box. I'm going to use it like that, draw it over, and then we are just going to convert it to curves. So at the moment, I can't double click it to get the nodes up, so you have to right click it, convert to curves, click it, double click, brings the nodes up. So I'm just going to bring this one up to around there, so it's on it, and then we're going to highlight all of them again, change them to rounded corners, and then we're going to grab this one and swoosh it like that. Bring this one over. So what are we about there? Maybe. Doesn't really matter. We want the left bit a bit bigger. So now we've got this bit and this bit, but I want these 2 bits here. So we're going to click that one, press copy, paste, hold shift and click that one. So now I've got these 2 bits with that bit left there. And then we're going to go back minus front. That didn't work, so we're going to go front minus back. So now I have this behind and that, but I just want to have this bit, so we're going to copy that one, press paste, hold that one, do back minus front. Now we've got this and this, but I've got these little bits all down here, so we're just going to highlight all of them, press delete, didn't want any of them, that's fine. So now we have that bit and that bit, yeah? So that is this bit and this bit. So we're going to put this inside this bit. So we're going to make this red like that. So I'm going to use the color eyedropper tool. I'm just going to grab that red and put it in there. The problem you have there is that this is RGB, and when you create a flyer for printing, it needs to be CMYK. So if we just click that and click bitmap, convert to bitmap, change it to CMYK, okay, it changes the colors. So now if we do the dipper tool, it's a CMYK color. So we're going to bring this to the front, page up, we're going to put it there, and we're going to want that right in the back over that. So now we're going to click the picture, which is the city. We're going to click over here and go to transparency tool. Then we're going to go up to these bits here, and we're going to go uniform transparency, and then we're going to change this to multiply, and it gives you kind of like that in the background. And then we're going to go bitmap, convert to bitmap, get rid of it a little bit, and then we're going to do it again. And then instead of just clicking on it this time, we're going to click on the bottom and drag to the top, and then drag this down, and it'll give you a more uniform feel, just like that one is. So you've got none of the picture at the top, but more of the picture at the bottom. And then you can grab this bit in between and shift it, and it'll push it up and down where the fade is. Yeah. So I reckon that's about right. So then we're going to click it, press page down, and we're going to go, we clicked on the picture, and we're going to go object, power clip, place inside, click on this one. Now I put it inside it. We're going to click on that one because it has a black border around it, which we don't want. So we're going to click it. Then if we right click on this X here, it will get rid of the border. See down here, it's now got no border. There's a border there because I press Control Z, which is always back in any program. I'm going to right click that, gets rid of it. And then we're going to right click that one, gets rid of that bit there too. So we're going to use this picture to go in this one, I reckon. No, fit, yeah, they both fit in there. So page down, make sure it's at the bottom, go object, power clip, place inside container, put it inside there. Now we have the makeup of the top of our flyer, just like this one, just like that. So if we go edit power clip in here, and we grab this because it's very blue. So if we go bitmap, image adjustment lab, not lad, take the saturation down to 0 and press OK, and then finish it. Now it looks more like this one. Yeah, because there's no blue left in that to make a contrast with the red, which we didn't want. So we have 3 more pictures here, which we're going to use for these 3 things here. So to make them, we're going to grab a square. Just going to draw a square, like a rectangle bit over that, just like that. Then we're going to right click it, convert to curves. Then we're going to double click it, add a node in there. Then we're just going to press shift and then the up arrow and push it up as much as we want. So we get to around there. And because I want the bottom one to be exactly the same, instead of just doing the same thing, I'm just going to grab it and copy it. So the way I grabbed it and copied it was I click it with a left click on the mouse and then I move it and click with a right click, and you see the little button comes up and it will drop it and it will duplicate it for you. So we're just going to grab that one, and then you've got these 2 buttons here. We're just going to mirror vertically, put it in it. We're going to click the bottom one, press shift, click the top one, and then use align and distribute here. So you get align objects to center of page. We're not doing that. I want to align the top object to the bottom object, which is active objects. So click that. If you don't have align and distribute, you go to window, dockers, and then align and distribute. So if I get rid of it, it's disappeared. We click it, window, dockers, align and distribute. Now it's back. So we're going to click that. We're going to go align objects to, and then we're going to go align. So you can do that one or that one. If we do the bottom one, it'll align them vertically, which is what I don't want because it's too far up now. I put it in the place I wanted. Control Z goes back. We're going to use the bottom one, which will center them. We're going to use the top one, which will center them horizontally. Then we're going to click that one and we're going to shift it up. Just move it up. The way I'm moving it up is by holding shift and using the arrow keys. You can just use the arrow keys by themselves, but they don't go as far. If you hold shift, it moves them to a bigger distance. So we're there. We're going to click the bottom one now and the top one, and we're going to press weld. Yeah. So now we've got kind of the same thing. You could have used a different thing over here. You could have just gone in here or used the polygon tool. Yeah. So added another one in. Now you've got the same thing, but I've taught you how to do it by doing it yourself. So now we've got it there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into contour because I want rounded corners. We're going to do corners rounded. The same thing with contour. You go to window, dockers, and then you add in transformations. Not there. Contour, effects, contour. There it is. Go to effects, add in contour, bring it up on the right hand side. So we're just going to do outside, 2 mil, rounded corners, apply. There you go. So now I have the same shape. So it has to have a border on it. So we're going to do inside, and we're going to do 3 mil, just like that. Let's do outside so it still has rounded corners. There you go. I'm going to break them apart. When I say break them apart, what happens when you do a contour is that they're stuck together. Yeah, so you can't do anything. Yeah, if I grab the middle one and move it around, the outside one is stuck to it. You click it, you can change lots of things up here. I don't want that. I want them to be separate. So after you've done a contour, you need to click it on the outside one, not on the inside one. You need to click the one that is the outline that you made. Right click it, break contour apart. So now I've got 2 objects. 1, 2. Yeah. So now we're going to make them about the same size as this one in here. And then dot them on this. So I'm going to use 1 there. And then 1 up there. And then we're going to put 1 around about there. Yeah, like that. Maybe. So we group that one. Group the bottom one. Apparently I can't do that. Group the bottom one, and then group that one. Click all 3 by holding shift and then clicking all together. Then we're going to do align and distribute and see what happens if we distribute them vertically. So again, we're going to use active objects, align object to active objects, because I want to align them to these three objects. Yeah, so it will be to those three, and we're going to use distribute. Then you've got all of these, but we're going to use these two over here, which is distribute space vertically. Do that, and now they're perfectly spaced vertically. The problem with that is it's not the same as this, is it? So we're going to do it by eye. I'm going to move this one up to about there. Then we're going to move this one down to about there. Move it across a little bit. Then we're going to move this one across. So I want this gap to be the same as this gap, but I'm going to do it by eye. You can measure it if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. You can do it by eye. So we're like that. Right. Now I'm going to click all three of them. I'm going to make them all white. Ungroup, ungroup, ungroup. We're going to do the same thing we did with this one. So we're just going to grab one picture, go object, power clip, place inside container, place inside the middle one. Click that one, object, power clip, place inside container, place inside there. Yeah, object, power clip, place inside container, place inside there. Now they don't quite fit, so we're going to right click that one and press edit power clip. It'll bring it up so you're inside the power clip. Now I can shrink it so it's just outside that, and then I can move it around to make sure they fit. And then we're going to right click it, finish editing power clip. This one exactly the same, edit power clip. It's already right to the edgelet, so I'm just going to shift it left, or we shift it right so we have the computer in it. There you go. We'll just get rid of the girl that's in there. We'll just have these two people. This one, edit power clip, because that's way too big. Shift it right the way down to there. I'm going to move her across so she's in it with the people in the background. Finish. Then we're going to grab all three of those, right click on that to get rid of the outline. Done. Yeah. Now we want a color in the background here. Yeah. These have a color going down here, but do we want to do that bit? Maybe, maybe not. We're just going to grab that, do a color, the dropper, click that and that. Then we're going to page down. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Does look better when it has this here, doesn't it? So to do that, we are going to draw a box. Then we're going to right click it, convert to curves. Then we're going to make these two bits into a curve. Then we're going to grab that and bring it in. Then we're going to bring that over here, around that. Then we're going to click it again. So I'm going to click it, which brings it up like this. Click it again, brings up your skew tool. So you can skew it across. So I want to skew it to about there, and then skew the bottom one about there. Yeah. It's not exactly the same, but it's kind of close. So we're going to click this one and then the back one. So we're just going to press in that one, holding shift, click the grey, and then we're going to do back minus front. Yeah. It's not exactly the same, is it? And that's got a bit more of an arch. So if we double click this one, now I can move this one. Yeah, move it over there. Bit more of an arch. So now we have the general layout of that flyer. Yeah, we have the three pictures. These two, these two. The only difference is these have a drop shadow on them and mine don't. So we're going to click the bottom one. Oh, if we click all three, we can do this all three at the same time. So what I've got is I've got the background there of those three. Then we're going to click this button, which is the drop shadow tool. And we're just going to click and hold in the middle of the three like this. Click and hold and then drag to the bottom right until it pops out like that. And now it gives you a drop shadow like they have, but it's too powerful and doesn't look very good. So when you go up the top, you've got transparency and feather. So the feather is how much it fades. So if we make it 25, more of a fade. And we make this down to 25, and it's less prominent. But it's too far out, so we're going to drag this and push it back. Just like that. And then this one all the way back. There we go. So now we have a fade on all three. The problem with the fade is that sometimes when you actually convert to a bit or publish to a PDF, the fades don't work correctly. So we're going to break them apart from it. So if you right click the fade, break drop shadow apart. Right click the fade, break it apart. Right click the fade there, break it apart. Then we're going to click each one. We're going to go to bitmap, convert to bitmap, and we're going to make it CMYK with a transparency background. Okay, click that one, bitmap, convert to bitmap. with a transparency background. Same as that one, bitmap, convert to bitmap, transparency background. We're just going to save this so it doesn't crash on me. Sometimes it crashes. It's always good to save your file as you're going in case it crashes and you go, oh my God, I've got to do all that again. That's not fun. I've done that many times. Right, so basic flyer there. Pretty much that's everything. All we've got to do is add in the text, really. So we're just going to add in a logo. I don't have a logo. So if we go onto Google and just type in logo, icon, and let's just grab this one, right click, copy. I'm going to paste it in here. Right, so I've got an icon there. The problem with that is that I just copied it, so it's just a bitmap. So I'm just going to go trace, quick trace, delete the one below, and now I've got a vector of that. So if we right click it, ungroup it, delete that, grab all of those, press combine. Now we have a vector of that without the background. So we put that up there, put that there, make that yellow like theirs is. Now we've got a logo. And let's call it, I don't know, Business Ideas Limited. Yeah. And then we're going to change the font to Gilroy, object, break apart. So we've got 1-bit, 2-bit. So to make the logo, we're just going to change Gilroy to light at the bottom, make that smaller, put that in the middle, click the bottom one, top one, center align, right click, group, bring them over here, click that one, press shift, click the next one, center them vertically, click this one, make it white. Now we have a business logo like this. I'm sure you've already got a business logo, but I made it really quickly. I'm going to make another bit, which is the text. So we just click text and then go on here and we're just going to write creative business agency. Yeah, that's what theirs is. And we're just going to use any font, doesn't really matter. You can use whatever you want. I don't really like that font, so let's use Burbank. Burbank is, yeah, let's use that one. I'm just going to make it a bit bigger. It would look better if we used a different font because it doesn't quite fit it. It's very skinny, isn't it? And it's not very businessy. That's definitely not businessy. That one will do. Right, so what I did there was, I didn't even tell you, click it and click the node tool and you get these two, so you can drag it down and up to make more space in between or more space in between the letters. So I'm just going to move it up like that. And now we're going to make it a bit bigger. And then if you want, which I really don't like it when people do it, but you can stretch it. So you just stretch it across like that, which I can tell straight away that that font has been stretched. But that's okay. If you're fine with it, that's all that matters. It's your design. Let's leave it like that. Make the logo a bit smaller. Theirs is a lot smaller than ours, but we'll just leave it like that. So then we're going to click that one, move it, right click, it will duplicate it. Just going to move it down, and then we're going to change it to the website. businessideas.com. We're going to change that back to Gilroy, and you can see now that that is a definite stretched font. So we're just going to stretch it back because we don't like it when it's stretched. Make it smaller. We're going to use Gilroy Light, just like they did. Yep. There's is yellow, so we're just going to make it yellow. And then the ends are white, so if you just double click it, then we're going to highlight that bit, press white, highlight a www dot, press white. Easy. Now we are going to click this bit, go down, and write some text, which I don't know what we should write. This is a business flyer. And then we're just going to copy all of that, Control C, and then we're just going to paste it again, Control V, paste, Control V, paste. Yeah. Then we're just going to go to Tool or Text, convert to paragraph text. You can do it the other way as well. You convert to artistic text, and then we're going to shrink it so it's like this, make it a bit bigger. We're going to highlight everything. I'm going to change the font size to size 10, like that, and shrink that bit. There you go. There you go. Click that again. We're going to drag that down because they're too close together. Bring that up. Now I've made it into where I want it. I'm going to just go back to text, convert to artistic text. I'm just doing that to show you that you can change it. Now it's artistic text. You can't really see it, so we're going to make it Gilroy bold, so it's a bit more readable. Make it a bit smaller. It's point size 8.4, which is okay. You never really want to go below 7, so we're going to bring it up to about 9. So we zoom in. We now have our text, which is their text. We have our website, little bit of text there, and our logo. So if we highlight all of them and we do distribute this space vertically up here, they're all spaced. So this space is same as this one, same as this one. So now we have this bit, same as theirs. And all you've got to do is fill the bottom bit out now, same way we just did that. So drag this, bring it down. We can change it to black. And I'm just going to copy their text. I mean, share ideas with world, with world. Don't know why it would just be with world. We're going to do the same thing, make that in red. I'm just going to go object, break apart, grab the bottom one, make it smaller, grab both of them, make them smaller. Just going to grab this bit, so we just got the same text, just because I can't be asked to rewrite another bit of text. I'm going to go text, convert to paragraph text to make it a bit wider, pull that down. The problem with doing that is because it was artistic text and we've made it paragraph text, it still thinks that there's an enter at the end of each line, so we're going to bring it back. And then bring that one back. And then bring this one back. And then we're going to copy all of it. So I just double clicked it, Control C, Control V. Now we've got a bit of text there, so we're going to go text, convert to artistic text again. You don't have to do that. You can leave it as paragraph text if you really want to, but I'm just going to change it just to show you how you would change it. Next, we are going to add a QR code. So to add a QR code, we're going to double click this, press Control C, so that's our website, but we're going to add a QR code. So we're going to go to Object, Insert QR Code. And so you can only do it if you're logged in. I'm not actually logged in on this computer because it's my home computer. So we're just going to grab one from the internet, which won't work. QR code. I put icon code. QR code. There you go, that one will do. No. No. That one will do. Put that down. Paste. Right, I'm just going to crop this. So I'm going to show you something. This bit right here. So we've got this. If I don't click it and I want to crop it, and you think you're just going to crop that bit, it's going to crop everything on the page. Press Control Z, bring it back. So you have to be clicked on something, click it, and it'll crop it like that. And the little trick is you now need to go bitmap, convert to bitmap. Okay, because if you don't do that and then you publish it or you send it to print, half the time it will still print this bit over here even though you've cropped it. So we're going to get rid of that, put it down here. So now we've got a QR code. You can make your QR code online, you can import it, or you can use the one in Corel. But you can only use the one in Corel if you're logged in. So now we've got a QR code there. They've got a red box around it. You can put a red box around it if you want, but I don't really want to. I quite like it like this. Put a bit of text next to it. This is a bit more ready text, paragraph texty, but we're just going to chuck that next to it so you can see. So we are fast building up the time. So now we've got a bit of text there, another bit there, another bit there. Now we need to fill the right bit out. So to fill the right bit out, we need another bit of text over here, which is about there. Change that to red. And then you can change that to say whatever you want, or you can bring it up here, change whatever you want. So what you can see I'm doing, I'm keeping it 10 mil away from the edge. Yeah, you always have to keep your text at least 5 mil away from the cut line. This is the cut line, that's your edge, your bleed line. So this one, you need to keep it 5 mil away, but I keep it 10 mil away sometimes. Sometimes I'll keep it 5 mil away if I need more space. But for this purpose, we're going to use 10 mil, which will serve you correctly in the future. I've made that smaller. That font size is now 6.6, which is way too small. So we're just going to change that to point size 8. And then we're just going to double click it and manually put them on different lines. The problem with that is I've used the same bit of font, so that it's just going to read the same in it. Yeah, so we're just going to put that. This is a business flyer. This is a business flyer. This is a business flyer. Yeah, just like that. Bit of text there like that. Now we're going to use these 3 bits. How we do that is a little bit more intricate because we need these bits. So we're going to grab this and this. Oh, we grab these 2 down here because they're about the same. So you want 1. And we're not going to do all 3 of them. We're just going to do 1 and then duplicate. So I'm going to grab that, make it black. Write a bit of text that doesn't really make any sense, but you get the idea. You can put whatever you want in there. Click that one. I'm going to click that one to that one. And then we're going to left align them. So now they're left aligned. We're going to right click group, make them a bit smaller. This text is now 7.2, which is fine. It's a bit small, but I'm just doing it to show you. Now we're going to draw a circle. So I'm going to pick the circle thing up, and then I'm going to hold control and draw a circle because it will keep it perfectly proportioned top and left. It will make a perfect circle. So now we're going to grab that there, make it a bit smaller. Click that, make it white, get rid of that. So now we have a white circle next to that. Now we're going to click that one to that one, center them vertically, right click group. So now we have all of these, and they can go 1, 2, 3. So now you have 1, 2, 3, space them out. And now they have a line in between. So to make the line, we're going to click this one, which is the breezer tool. You're going to use a guideline. So click there to there. Now you've got a dead straight line without having to manually do it. Then we're going to go into your outline tool, which is down here. Double click that, which will bring this up. So you've got your style. So we want to make a style of a dotted line like theirs. And then we want to have rounded corners and rounded edges. And the width is 0.2. So if we press OK, pretty much did it perfectly for us. So now we're going to shrink it like that. And you just need 2 there. Right, so now you have the bits on the right. If you want to make them bigger, because theirs are bigger really. So double click it again, make it 0.5, makes it too big. I quite like them where they are, but you get the idea. You can change them to say whatever you want. If you don't have rulers, which I didn't tell you at the start, the ruler button is right here. Click it, it goes away, click it, comes back. So then you can change the rest of it. We press this little button here, it will be your preview button. So you can preview what your flyer looks like. You come back. Then we need the telephone number down here. So we're going to right click ungroup. We're just going to write 24-hour free consultation. And then we're going to write the telephone number plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 9, 8, 0, just to make it a little bit different. Then we're going to make that bigger. The page went a bit weird there, so I press Control and W to refresh the page. Make that smaller, so now they are the same size, like that. So now we have 2 bits of text on there for the telephone number. Brilliant. So now we have to find this bit, this bit, this bit, and this bit. I'm not going to do this bit and this bit because I can't be bothered and they don't really need to be there. Same as I'm not going to put the red behind it because you can do that. We're just going to do this bit, this bit, this bit, and then you can add those bits if you want because we're fast coming up to quite a long tutorial right now. So to do this, we're going to want some icons. So we open this and I'm going to just go phone icon. And I'm just going to grab any one. This will do. Right click, copy image, paste it into Corel, and then we're just going to click it and go trace bitmap, quick trace. It'll bring it up like that. Delete the original, right click, ungroup. The only bit I want is this, so we can delete everything else. Grab this bit, come down here, make it smaller. So the way I'm doing that is that if you click it and then just drag, it will pull it to the right. So if you hold shift while you do it, it will do it all the way down. So it will shrink inwards on all sides. I'm going to grab a circle again. Just like they've got, we're going to make our circle a bit smaller. We're going to put it there. We're going to put this click that, hold shift, click that one, press center, center. It's too big for it, so we're just going to click that, hold shift, make it smaller. The back one is white, and then the front one, page up, because it disappeared behind it, so I knew that it was behind it in the layers. And put red. We're going to get rid of the black border on that. I don't know if theirs is red, but theirs is black. So we can make it black. Right, so now you've got a telephone there. And you can do the same thing for these three. I'm just going to do one. So we're just going to do speech bubbles. Speech icons. So you've got two speech icons there. So we're just going to do right click, copy image, paste. We've got two icons. Right click, trace bitmap, quick trace. There you go. Delete. Right click, ungroup, delete. You can see that this one straight away didn't do it correctly because this, I'm just going to double click it to bring the nodes up, delete that bit, rounds it out. Same with here, I can see that, delete that, round it out. You don't need to do that because it's so small on the flyer that it doesn't really matter. But if you're making something big, you can see there that there's something here. So if you go view, wireframe, I can see there's an extra bit there, which is white, which I don't want, and the bottom bit I don't want. I'm going to view, enhanced, highlight them all, combine, up here, put them in there. Are they black? No, they're red. Make them red, click shift, up, right click, ungroup, because we just want the circle, so click that, hold shift, go to there, center, center. Now we have our icons. Do the same thing, so I've just dragged it, right clicked with the mouse, drops, duplicates it. So I'm going to ungroup that, because I want to put that and that center. Click, hold shift, click, center, center. Right. You can change these for other ones if you want, but I'm doing it for the purpose of just showing you. So there, we now have a flyer. Pretty much exactly the same. I mean, I've just used random fonts, so it doesn't quite look the same because this font doesn't match this font, and it would be it is better with this font. But you get the idea. You can use whatever font you want, and then this looks a bit weird because it just says this is a business flyer over and over again. Yeah, but that is how you make a business flyer inside Corel. Find one that you like, redo it. Make your own. You can change it, add things, take things away, make whatever you want. So we delete that one. Now you've got it. Everything is fine. So you need to check the DPI of your images. So we right click, edit power clip, and I've made it A5. This picture needs to be at least 150 to 300 DPI. So if I click it, it's 1200 DPI. That picture is absolutely perfect. I knew it was anyway. Same with these. If you right click, edit power clip, check your picture. This is 4000 DPI. So all my pictures are fine. I know that. But you need to check yours to make sure that they are good enough for print quality. They need to be at least 150 DPI, preferably 300. So now you've got your flyer. We are going to publish it to a PDF to be able to send it to print. So if you do this, you'll be able to send it to any printers and they'll be able to print it perfectly fine. You've got 3mm bleed, everything's fine, your pictures are 300 DPI, and we are just going to go to File, Publish to PDF. This is called a pre-press PDF. The file name is untitled, but name whatever you want. And then down here, PDF preset, pre-press. There's more ones in there, but we're just going to use pre-press, which is a standard one you'll have. Go into settings, and you can change the settings for it, and then you can save a new pre-press, a new preset, not pre-press. So if you go in here, you've got general, color, output color as normal, document, objects, right. So when you do a pre-press, it is going to export the file, but it isn't going to export the text as curves, which means if you don't embed the fonts, someone who tries to open it and import it into their program won't have the fonts and it will change them. So you go to that, change the pre-press, go to settings, go to objects, export all text as curves. Yeah? Click that setting, pre-press, your bleed limit is 3.175 millimeters, security, that's it. That's all you've got to change. Just change, export all text as curves. Everything else should be fine. Press OK, press save. Now we're going to shift this down. And now we should have a PDF pop up. That's our PDF that we just made. Double click it. And there's our PDF. Not now, go away. that is our PDF. Print ready, flyer, corporate, design, PDF. That is how you do that. I hope you enjoyed it. It was quite a long video, 40 minutes, but if you stuck around, you will have learned quite a lot of how to design inside Corel. If you like that, give me a like and subscribe, and check out my other videos.